And so one of the important decisions that the group made was who will call them to ministry. And it was a quick decision. Reverend Dr. Kathy Hearn, as the community spiritual leader for United Centers for Spiritual Living, has been serving this organization for a while. She is the graceful presence to the world for us in United Centers for Spiritual Living. She's the consciousness and the presence that is guiding this integration process and setting us up for the next stage of growth and expansion that is coming. It's imminent and you can feel it, can't you? And she is at the foundation of all of this. The thing I love about Dr. Kathy, and I say it quite often, is that she wants to know and support our ministerial students. And in my position, it makes it a whole lot easier when the top is supportive of that which is coming forward and that growth and expansion. And I can honestly say she loves them, she supports them, and she is there for them. And they were clear about wanting to have her call them to ministry. And so I'd like to welcome forth Dr. Kathy Hearn.
Oh, thank you. It says power. There it is. Thank you. Thank you so much for that acknowledgement. Hello, dear graduates. It is really lovely to be here with all of you today. I've been smiling so much, my cheeks are hurting. How about you? There's so much to smile about and be happy about. And it's always a great honor to be here. This is a really big event, Catherine. This is a big event. She says, yes, I know. I want to thank Dr. Christian for the largeness of heart and willingness to have a regional center here at Seaside. May we acknowledge him? And I want to thank Reverend Catherine for all she does as Dean of this regional center to hatch one group after another. Thank you. And graduates, thank you so much for asking me to give you the call to ministry. It means very much to me. Thank you. So you heard Dr. Rogers speak about the path to ministry, and it is a rigorous path. Could you hear that? It is a rigorous path because we hold education as a value. And we believe that there is great value in being spiritually educated, and so the path does have rigor to it, and you've heard all of the details of that. From the learning of the basic principles and practices of our philosophy to coming into the practitioner training where there is the first of 3 powerful turns that is made. A turn to a larger sphere of activity, a greater sphere of influence, and a greater self-expression as somebody who contributes to the lives of others. You have heard about what our graduates have done, all of the outer demands, countless tests, panels, internships. You've heard all about it. And so I want to acknowledge you for completing that. And I'd like you to take a deep breath. Because I know this is a commencement and it is the beginning, but I want to encourage you to just be here now and to savor the completion and to really enjoy it, and to get that we're all here for you. We are here for you and our other graduates. I really encourage you to let that in deeply, deeply to your being. You have done all of the outer demands, but there have been also the inner demands of this path, and that is high-intensity transformation and deep surrender and a letting go, I'm sure, of cherished ideas of self. And a willingness to step into the life divine, which is your theme, and to let that life change you profoundly. to let it change you profoundly, so that you turn into what I like to call a reliable context for spiritual truth, and somebody whose caring and counsel can be trusted. This is a deep and important thing, and you have been walking the path to do exactly that. Underneath all the to-dos of your training, you have had very special space and time to come to know the truth of who you are and to drink deeply of the divine. And the time will never be exactly the same again, although your opportunities to do that abide. But you've had this wonderful time to really be about this deep unfoldment of your own being and to let it change you. So you have done all of this, and you have been lifted up to new ideas of yourself. I know that you have encountered aspects of self that do not yet know their wholeness, or didn't the other day. And you have been allowing Spirit to work through you in such a way that you are moving into, surrendering into, making way for a new sense of self as a vehicle or a vessel for Spirit. And you're on your way to a new estate where you stand for and as God in the world. And so I acknowledge you. And I, too, on behalf of all of United Centers for Spiritual Living, want to acknowledge the family and friends for all that you have done and all that you have not been able to do to support these on the path, for your tolerance, for your patience, for your surrender, for your encouragement, even when you wondered, what is my loved one up to? What is it that they are doing? Thank you so very much. And when I think about your theme of life divine, and I'm hoping maybe James will speak about that theme a little bit. To me, coming into an awareness of the life divine is about, first of all, understanding the great reality that we call God as that which you live in. But it is also about the call of God on your particular life. The call of God on your life, not only in your life, but on your life. And it has to do with who you are in the deepest core of your being, who you are in your profound uniqueness. You might call it being about the shape of your own soul, the shape of your own soul, and what Spirit would have you do with that. And I just came across a book. It was just sent to me by someone who graduated last year. You may know it. It's Parker Palmer's book, Let Your Life Speak. Are you familiar with that book? It's all about vocation, new to me. And he says that the deepest calling is to grow into our authentic selfhood, whether or not that conforms to any idea of who we think we ought to be. And that as you do that, you will not only find true joy, you will also find your true path of authentic service in the world. And that vocation is always the coming together of self and service. I'd like to say soul, self, and service. And this beautiful statement, it is where your deep gladness meets the world's deep need. Where the deep gladness in you that is the joy of your own being and your own path and your own uniqueness meets up with what it is that the world is needing. That is vocation.